Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarian Productions. We're back again with another board game unboxing. In this episode, we're taking a look at Ghostbusters, the board game from Cryptozoic Entertainment. So this game itself is actually based on the comic book version of the Ghostbusters, not on the movies or the cartoons or anything like that. So just be aware of that going into it and you'll be okay. It does come, so this is actually the retail version of the game, not the Kickstarter exclusive version. At some point in the future, I might be able to get a hold of a copy of that, but right now, I just have the retail version, so that's what we're looking at today. It does come in a very awesome looking box. Nice graphics on the front here, as you can see. Has the actual comic versions of the Ghostbusters here up front. The normal Ghostbusters logo there in the center. Some of the cool monsters, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Slimer, and some of the other cool ghosts here. So, let's flip this thing over and take a look on the back side. This is what comes in the box. Very nice looking layout anyways. We've got the four Ghostbusters, of course. We got Slimer, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We have Ecto-1. And we've got a bunch of cool ghosts here. Plus player cards and ghost cards, scenario cards, game tiles, tokens, dice, etc., etc., etc. But very cool. I will note that I did pick this up through Amazon, and it's actually a fairly good price on Amazon. So I think normally this thing goes for 60 or 70, but they had it on Amazon for like 40 bucks, which was crazy, so I picked it up. The bad news about that is it did not come shrink wrapped. It just came like it is right here in a box. Got the little Amazon sticker on the side here, so I don't know. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to see what this game has for us and to kind of take a look at what's going on here. So we don't get to remove the shrink wrap, but we can just open the box here. We'll set the box off to the side for right now and see what we got here. So up first we have the field manual. Basically the instruction book here. Very cool looking design though. Nice Ghostbuster logo there. I've always liked this kind of design element stuff here. Believing since 1984. So we'll flip through this thing and just take a brief look at see what's included. Again, it is based off of the comic book series, so the artwork here is very reminiscent of that. Got some nice stuff in here. Tells you how to play everything, etc., etc., etc. We're not really going to get too much into any of that. We're just going to look at the contents of the game, but in case you're interested in what the actual instruction book looks like, that's what we have here. Very nice. Looks pretty well laid out. Now we get into the cool monsters and some scenario stuff and a place for putting notes in it. So 23 pages in total. Very cool looking. We'll set this over here somewhere and move on from there. So we have a bunch of game tiles and some other stuff here. So let's take a look at these game tiles first. They are double-sided. They are kind of these small little sections here, but some nice artwork on them. Got some, looks like forest, maybe a park or something like that. Regular street stuff, which is very awesome. Just noticing here, but this actually looks like they included the Filmation Ghostbusters car on the street there, so that's actually kind of cool. A nice little throwback there. Size-wise, these tiles are standard 1-inch grids, so a D&D miniature here fits on them normally, so you can use these tiles for other games as well, so no big deal there. But some nice double-sided boards here. We'll do a flip through these things. And they are labeled, so S4, P4, etc., etc. So that's how you keep up with it in the actual game itself. Very cool looking Rift looking thing. Very nice. And this looks like our void container kind of thing. So this is where the ghosts go once you capture them. And then more standard tiles. So all in all, pretty nice looking. Not a ton of detail in these things, but enough to know exactly where you're at. So here's like a entry to the subway, things like that. So very cool looking though. I like these. We also have this nice little standee with the Ghostbusters logo on the back for our Ecto-1. So that is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Then we have what they're calling the PKE meter. So this particular board is how you do some of the randomization in the game. So basically you roll a dice, and whatever that dice, that's basically the direction that whatever random thing goes. So if a ghost is going randomly this way and you roll a 3, that's what says to go that way. So pretty cool looking though. We do have some very cool looking miniatures, and we will take a look at those individually here in just a moment. But our first tray has our Ecto-1, our four player characters. We've got Slimer there, one of the, I guess, the boss guys, and a whole bunch of these other crazy miniatures. So these are pretty awesome looking. Let's just take a look real quick here at like Slimer. It's got a nice translucent plastic to it, so you can kind of see through it. It definitely has that kind of ghosty feel to all of these things, so that is very nice, and I really do like that. So but we'll look at them in a little bit more detail here in a moment. But there's our first tray. Our second tray here has more stuff. Oh, that was a little bit heavier than I thought here. And that's all that's in it. So, actually not a lot of components here, evidently. So, that's interesting. But, so we've got little markers here. These little small things, I guess these slide over. Actually, yeah, these are our trackers. So you slide these over top of here, and it tells you what level you're on, and you slide those across as you progress. So that's cool. I like that. Got a whole bunch of cards here. These are 4x6, something like that. So let's flip through them here. So we've got our player cards first. We got Ray and Egon, Winston, and Peter. So the front has your stat trackers. The back has a little bio on the character, which is very nice, along with his little ID card. So that's cool. So cool little character trackers. Very nice. And then we have some campaign setup sheets. And we'll not look through all of them because I don't really want to spoil anything. But so here, this first campaign, you can kind of see here. We'll look through it a little bit, but it tells you how to what to do in these situations, release gates, successes when rolling dice, etc., etc., etc. On the back, you've got the actual setup for the board. Tells you which pieces go where and in which orientation. Then it tells you how many ghosts there are going to be and what class they are. So that is very cool. I like those. So we get quite a few of those. Campaign 2. So it looks like these are separated mostly by the campaigns, and it looks like there are, let's see, there's one color, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors. So I'm assuming 4 campaigns plus some other ways of doing it. But yeah, so that's very cool. Very nice. Nice little campaign sheets. And then we actually get the ghost cards, which are awesome and very cool. So here we have Slimer here. He's a class 5 spirit. Nice little bio here on the side. And then on the back we have the stats and how he moves and basically what he has to do when it comes up for him to roll a turn or whatever. So that is pretty cool. So we'll not get, again, trying not to spoil anything for people, but we'll just kind of flip through these cards here. So we have Boogaloo Manifestation. We've got the Gruesome Twosome, Galloping Ghoul, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and In Idleness, I guess. I don't really know how to say that, but looks pretty cool. So there is all of our cards. So that is nice and very cool. A nice good selection of bad guys and good guys, so that's very nice. Next up we've got some of these things. Tokens. So, let's just look at some of these and see. So, theoretically, these are our Ghost Trap tokens. So basically, whenever you, these are our hit trackers, pretty much. So whenever you get in a fight with a ghost and you throw one of your proton beams at them, if I can get one of these monsters out, you basically just kind of set this over top of them like so, and that tells you that you've got 1 hit on them or 2 hits or whatever that it is. So that is very nice. Looks like there's a whole bunch of different colors here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8-ish different colors here. So that's cool. Enough so that you can put 1 color with each of your characters, and then you've got some other ones there that you can play around with. So that's pretty cool. But you get 3 packs of those. We have a set of dice. I guess these are special dice for the pack. Let's pull these out. So we have, these are the dice, Ghostbuster symbol on there for one of them, and then we've got the special thing here, and the rest of these have the Ghostbuster symbol. So yeah, pretty nice dice. I do like the special dice, I guess. They roll like normal dice. I mean, feel pretty good. Nice solid weight. Nothing really special about them other than the fact that they are specific to the game with the Ghostbuster symbol. The rest of these are pretty straightforward. Your special symbols here. So, but it's always nice that the game includes the dice, and I do like that Ghostbuster symbol on there. Where does it go? That's very cool. Alright, dice are out of the way. Next up, we've got more tokens in here that are just loose. Yeah, I don't know. So since this one came without shrink wrap, I don't know if these normally came on a punch out or if I got a used copy that somebody had already punched them out or what, but these are all the ones that we got loose. So we've got the Ghostbuster symbol on some of these and a star token, the circle token, the plus symbol, the wavy symbol. So these line up with the special dice for whatever reason. I'm sure there's a specific reason, but I don't know what it is because I haven't read the book yet. Anyways, next up we also have these slime tokens. These are nice. So basically anytime a ghost hits your characters, you get a slime token placed on your character, so that either takes away an action, basically, so you can't, if like you were using an action to move 5 spaces, you could only move whatever. You gain actions as you progress in your character skills, so anytime you get slimed, you have one less action that you can take. So that's like, an action can be get out of the car, walk 3 paces, and then throw a trap or shoot a proton beam or whatever, etc. But if you get these, if you get slimed, then you lose a token, so you have that to contend with. So that's actually a very nice idea anyways. So I do like that. That's very cool. But yeah, these things are just going everywhere. So yes, slime tokens. So very cool. I guess it's up to the miniatures next. So let's go ahead and zoom in and get a closer look at these miniatures. So let's do that here. I'm going to slide these things just out of the way, and we'll put the tray with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man up there, and we'll start with this tray here. So let me just move some of this stuff out of the way to make it a little bit better. And let's zoom in just a little bit here. Let's try that. So all in all, we've got, again, the 4 characters, Slimer, a boss guy, and then your normal bad guys. So you have the Galloping Ghoul, which has, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 20 of these. 20 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, by 3, so 12 of these, which one, what were these things called? The dual ghost, whatever. 1 Slimer, 1 boss dude. We've got 8 of these Boogaloos from this other tray, and 1 Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So, very cool. And we also have Ecto 1. So let's start with Ecto 1. This is pretty cool. It is all white. It's got some nice detail on it. No paint job, nothing like that. It's the Ecto 1. So that's cool. I'm probably going to want to paint this, of course, but it looks cool. It looks very nice, actually. That is pretty awesome. Good level of detail. Again, not too terrible. I'll just kind of flip this around so y'all can kind of see what's going on. Got the Ghostbuster symbol right there that we probably can't see because I've got it way too bright. But so yeah, there is Ecto 1. Throw that back in here, and let's move on to player character. This one looks like Peter. So we have close-up zoom here, and we'll just do a pan around. A pretty good, decent level of detail there. You can see the proton packs and everything. You can see definitely they've got some good facial expressions, so you can pretty well tell them apart. And on the bottom, it's just got the copyright 2015. So I didn't actually realize this game had come out that long ago, but I guess it had. Size comparison wise, we do have just our D&D guy here. So it's pretty much the same size. The bases are just a little bit smaller here, but height wise, very much compatible with D&D stuff. So you can have your Ghostbusters fight dragons if you want to. So that is always a plus. Next up, we've got, I think this is Winston. Again, pretty decent level of detail here. They definitely need painting, but Well, that's me. Personally, I think I want to paint them. I like the fact that they do have a separate color for each player, so you can kind of keep up with it that way. You don't actually have to know which characters are which, but yeah. Then this looks like, I guess this is supposed to be Egon. Nice yellow color. This one won't show up too well on screen because I'm got it way too bright for this, so yeah. But still a nice level of detail here. Actually, that must have been Ray. I don't know. This looks like Egon because he's got his PKE meter, and you can actually see on the face he's wearing the glasses and got the crazy hair. So yeah, this is Egon. I do like the sculpts on these things. Very cool. Alright, so our bad guy here, again, is that nice translucent color. So you don't get a whole lot of detail, but I really do like the fact that it's this translucent blue. Because it looks like a ghost. And that's really, really cool. Very nice, though. Our gruesome twosome, it has that same translucent blue. These have a very nice level of detail. Much more so than that other guy. Very nice. But again, I'm going to throw this up for comparison for our D&D characters. You can definitely use these ghosts in a D&D campaign. So, yeah, these are cool. So that's the gruesome twosome, and again, you've got 12 of those, so that's nice. The other guy here, Galloping Ghoul, not quite as the same level of detail, but again, it's kind of a ghost and a kind of a cartoonized ghost as well, so that does look really cool, though. Hopefully y'all can see that pretty well, but I'm actually really impressed with these ghosts. That looks crazy. And yeah, so for the Galloping Ghouls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of those. So that is cool. The next set, actually we didn't look at Slimer, did we? Sorry about that. Let's look at Slimer. This is probably the cool one. The coolest one. Slimer is one that people know, I guess. Even if you're not really Ghostbuster fans, you know about Slimer. So, I like this one. This one's very cool. I think they have a glow-in-the-dark version of Slimer from the Kickstarter, but this one is still a good representation even if you don't have the Kickstarter version, so which I don't. The Boogaloo or Bugalo or whatever is up next. Slightly larger scale-wise. Very cool, though. Again, that nice translucent blue. This one has quite a bit of detail on it as well. It is a crazy looking monster. These I am not going to paint because I like that translucent color. But we get 8 of those, so that is very sweet. And then the big guy, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This is a very large, it's a very heavy miniature as well. Size comparison for our D&D folks here. You can see that. And let's grab, let's get Egon. That's fine. So, size-wise, it looks actually pretty close to being in scale. At least with the cartoonish version. The movie version, he's as big as a skyscraper, so that's definitely not the size. I think the Kickstarter version had a bigger version of him, but this is still a good representation of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Great details. Again, a nice heavy miniature. So that is pretty awesome. He is not articulated. He looks like he would be, but that's still pretty awesome there. He's got a little scuffing going on right there, but nothing bad there. So very cool. And we can see the highlights blowing out when we get that close, but still a decent level of detail. And again, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He doesn't really have a whole lot of details. He's a big marshmallow. So yeah, that is all the miniatures. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. You get a ton of miniatures in here, lots of ghosts. The 4 main Ghostbusters, scenario cards, tiles. This is actually a really good looking set, and it seems like it has some good replay value or campaign value, however you want to look at it. And again, if you get the price down to a pretty good amount, I think it's definitely worth picking up. I don't know that I would necessarily pay $80 or so for it, but for around 40 to 50, it's definitely a nice pickup. So, you know, check it out at your local game stores first, see if they have it in stock and see what their price is. If you can find the Kickstarter version, you might like it a little bit better. It's going to have more miniatures, but the game's going to be basically the same, so there is nothing wrong with this retail version. I would actually start there and see if you like playing the game, and then maybe go seek out that Kickstarter version, because it's slightly expensive, would be a nice way of putting it right there. As with most of those Kickstarter games, they're just really hard to come by after the Kickstarter ends without paying an arm and a leg. So whatever, we're not going to get into that today, but yeah, so the retail version of this game looks very awesome, and I'm really digging it. Again, we'll pull the box cover here. So this is basically what you're looking for, and that kind of shows you what's in the box for this game. So yeah, that's all the time we've got for today. So thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of Ghostbusters the board game. If you've played through this yet, what's been your experiences? What do you not like about the system? You know, what do you think of the miniatures? Is this even a thing that y'all are interested in whatsoever? They do have Ghostbusters 2 released as a board game as well. Again, based on the comic version, not based on the movie version, etc., etc. But still, it's a very cool looking game, and I'm really digging it, and yeah, go check it out anyways. If you'd like to see anything specific in future episodes, let me know that as well. I'll see what I can do to get to it and get it out here for y'all to see on the channel sometime later. So, until next time, game on!